Alright folks, this is a mini tutorial about sources and how to interact with your sources and figuring out your position in terms of theirs. I'm going to be reading off some notes, so I'll be looking back and forth. First of all, you got to remember, this assignment is to write about these texts and your position in relationship to these texts. You really want to be careful about veering off and just giving your opinion on stuff or thinking of these as a point of departure. Really, you want to say, this idea helps me think about my own position in a certain way. And the way you do that is you quote phrases and words, and you say, look, here's the quotation, but look, they use this word and they use this word. And what that means to me is this, and you deal with it in those ways. I'm running through a list here. Make sure you follow APA formatting. You can follow that on the Purdue Online Writing Lab. You got to respond directly to the author's idea, and you can only respond to the idea that you introduce through your quotation. Anything that's not in the quotation, you're not going to be able to respond to. That's why you got to take those little pieces and group them all together and say, look, here's a bunch of their ideas. I'm gonna deal with it like that. So, and then you those words that you have chosen, you take those words and you use them in your own way. You say, well, I would use this word this way, or I think that's a good word, or I think that word is off base, or I would use a different word instead. You really want to engage with what they say and how they say it, much more so than just their ideas. Okay. Let's see. Anytime you have a quotation, you want to make sure that you come to terms with that quotation. Instead of just quoting and then moving on to what you think about it, you first have to make sense of it for us. This is what the author says, this is what I think it means, and this is my opinion about it. Okay, those are your basic steps. And then always make sure that you explain how once you've come to terms with this quotation, you've helped us make sense of it, you really want to make sure that you explain to us how your position is similar to that, or how your position is slightly different from that position. And so, we know where the author stands, and use that to help us understand where you stand. But stay close to that author in terms of whether you disagree or agree, and what specifically in their quotation do you agree or disagree with. Okay, and again, I want to just reiterate, this is about these texts and your position with these texts rather than your position to the question. The question is sort of what organizes everything, but your focus should be on the text and how you've used the text to help you understand your own position. I've got two great examples. I'm just going to point you there and then call this a day. The first one is Paige Buckman. She is right here at the Dragons. Nope, that's the wrong page. Let's go back here. Let's see. Here we go. Page with the Astro Banshees. So we'll scroll down, find Paige's closing argument. It's right there. Whoop, no. It's actually down quite a ways. She got hers done early. You could tell she did a great job on it. Boy, it's really down here. There we go. Closing argument by Paige. See that? So you click on that, and if you look, she does a great job of interacting with her sources, back and forth, really coming to terms, forwarding and countering. If you take a look at this, she's got great examples. Also, I want to look at Ryan Shields, who is right here. And we'll scroll down. He's right here. So, closing argument, first draft. He also, and then he's a member of the Tigers, he also has a great knack for coming to terms, forwarding, countering, how to choose quotations, how to deal with them and interact with them. It's really, really top-notch work. If you have any questions, please ask me today. Ask people in your group for help, little feedback, that kind of stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. I'll talk to you then. Bye.